It doesn't get better.
No.
You don't get used to it.
Sleeping up there completely alone.
Is that the door again?
No, did you hear the like force?
Doesn't like the door.
What was that?
Do you want me to walk over next to the room so you can see where I go?
Just get out of here. Like it literally felt like something rushed by me.
It's like what?
It's always when we're going to
This was not. This one was a little bolt. Yeah.
What's up, guys? We are back again, episode 7 of Alone. It's been a crazy ride so far.
Yeah, I think we're really starting to push our boundaries, and tonight's not going to be any different.
No, tonight is probably going to be the hardest solo challenge of the entire series, which you guys will find out about in a little while. But of course, we are here at Madison Seminary here in Madison, Ohio, a location that you guys are familiar with and we've been coming to for the last almost 6 years now.
Yeah, it's definitely one of our favorite spots. Every time we come here, we have really good stuff. You've probably seen us with Sam and Colby here, so we're really excited to get back here and see what they have in store for us tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those locations that's always active. It's always different when we're here.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of the scariest locations. We go to a lot of spots and not a lot of places freak us out. This place makes you feel uncomfortable almost every time you're here.
Very psychologically demanding. It's not even necessarily physically scary. It gets in your head. It plays with you a lot.
So that's something we're going to have to work on tonight as we hit Madison Seminary for episode 7 of Alone. And I think it's time to get in there and
Get started.
see what we can get.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys on the other side. All right, guys, Madison Seminary has a very long, storied history over its 150 years of existence. It has been used for a number of different things, and I think all of that kind of adds up and leads to why this building is so haunted.
For sure. In 1847, it opened as Madison Seminary. It was basically just a school. You'd be having congressmen, ministers, teachers, pretty much everyone came through here because that was before public schools. Once public schools kind of came around, they didn't need this anymore. So it was taken over by the Women's Relief Corps in 1891. And during that time, there was a very prominent Civil War figure that actually lived and died here. Her name was Elizabeth Stiles. She was a spy for the Union. She received letters from President Abraham Lincoln. She was a big deal during that time. She's actually buried right up the road, too. There's quite a number of graves from this facility.
Yeah, any women that passed away during that time period were buried in that cemetery, so they're right down the streets there, which I think is very interesting. Now, it operated as that type of home until 1904 when the state of Ohio took it over, and they continued to operate it in that same capacity until 1962. In 1962, the Department of Mental Health took over the building, and it kind of became a satellite location for a number of different local psychiatric hospitals taking patients in. During that time also, they were taking honor inmates from Marysville Correctional Facility, which was a women's prison nearby. One of their honor inmates that was here was actually Blanche Jacobs. She was convicted of committing 2 murders. She actually stabbed her landlord and his wife to death once they found out she was writing fraudulent checks. She actually turned herself in. She went to her husband and said, "Hey, I committed this murder." And he didn't believe her at first. He thought she was lying, she was crazy, but he drove her down to the police station, and sure enough, they went to the landlord's house and found them both murdered. Now, I'm not sure how somebody convicted of 2 murders is an honor inmate, but she was housed here in the basement area where they held some of the inmates back then, and her spirit is supposed to be still wandering around here.
Yeah, this place was known as Opportunity Village, so people who they thought would have a better chance at life were essentially sent here, and they could be given quite a lot of power.
Yeah, they had a lot of free roam, free time, and it served as that purpose for pretty much the rest of its use until it closed down in the late 70s. It exchanged hands a few times after that, some private owners, a couple other offices, and then it kind of just sat here. When Adam Kimmel purchased it in 2016, he began running tours and historical flashlight tours, ghost tours, all that kind of stuff out here. We were lucky enough to start coming out here in 2017, so we've been coming out here for over 5 years now. Kimmel is one of the greatest dudes we know. He saves historical locations like this all over the place. He has another one which you guys know about. You just saw it last week, Fairfield County Infirmary. Another amazing location. So he's really doing a big service to us by letting people come in and experience the history and the activity in Madison, and that's why Madison is one of our favorite places. It's just so active.
Yeah.
And that history that we just touched on, I think, really lends itself to why we have so many different experiences. There's so many different people that have been here over the years that I think, all of that energy mixed together leads to the haunting.
For sure, and during the psychiatric times, they didn't keep a lot of records, so we don't really know exactly what happened. There's a lot of rumors, but I guess we can try to figure it out for ourselves.
We've had a lot of crazy nights here over the years. I think we're in for another one. This place can mess with our heads. So being here alone, just the two of us, is something we've never done before.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm excited about, but I'm a little nervous because I'm not sure how they're going to interact with us when we're, so secluded from everything else. But I think it's time we get our stuff, we get out there, and we see what we can do inside Madison Seminary.
Alone.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we're on the Civil War side. This is the original side where the seminary originally was. Up to 150 students here. That's pretty crazy. This spot's really overlooked. I feel like everyone focuses on the Ohio Cottage side where the asylum is. So I figured we'd start out here.
And this is also where Elizabeth Stiles would have stayed.
Yep.
Down in the basement on this side is also where all the honor inmates from Marysville Correctional would have stayed. So Blanche Jacobs, the murderer, was down there. In the last few years, we've had some more activity on this side. When we first started coming here, we didn't really focus on this area much, like you were saying. But last couple of years, it's been pretty active, pretty crazy, and some really strange activity over here. So
A lot with this mirror too, right behind you, actually.
yeah, that mirror here, which they covered, which we'll probably uncover in a minute, see if anything goes on. They covered it because they believe that all of these mirrors here are creating a portal and a way for the spirits to enter. So they've been covering them up, trying to keep it a little more calm here. We have some stuff set up. We have the hallway kind of blanketed. We have the music box here, so if anything walks down the hallway, you'll know. We have millimeters at each end of the hallway. Again, letting us know if anybody comes up the stairs.
Got the ovulus right here. It's already said 2 words. It said soul and make, just as we're getting set up. We also have these headphones right here. They're called lucid headphones. They're basically just noise amplifying.
They're very similar to, we used to do this technique where we would take a parabolic dish, which is just an audio amplifier. You plug in headphones and you listen, so that way you can hear the faint footsteps, the voices, that kind of stuff. Very similar to that, it's just newer technology now that's just built into the headphones, which is really cool. So we're gonna put those on at some point and try to listen and see if we can capture anything or hear anything that we might miss with our own ears. So we're gonna borrow those tonight from our friends Mark and Deanna, who you guys saw in one of our earlier episodes.
Oh, this one behind us?
They're both
Both of them, yeah. You said Mark and Deanna. So
They were here last night.
Yeah.
So, can you step away? Step away from that so it stops, please.
Good start. That's
So,
what
yeah.
chills.
We're gonna try those headphones in a little bit, but first we're gonna kind of see what we can get with this equipment we have set up here. We obviously have the DR60 voice recorders we can use at some point. We have a mag light flashlight we can put out as well if we need to. But I think we just start asking them questions, see if we can get them to interact with things.
Yeah.
See if we can get them to move around a little bit. Can you knock on the wall for us? Like this?
Right down there. Right down there. Right down there.
Literally
Yeah.
as soon as I can.
Instantly.
That was good.
Thank you.
Do you want to communicate with us? Are you willing to talk?
It's like I got closer.
That's not like it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are willing to talk to us, step away from that on the count of 3 so it stops making noise and we can ask you questions. 1.
Jumped the gun a little bit.
Oh, all right.
Okay. We'll see. Is that the easiest for you to use? Do you want to use that? No, this
No,
one.
it's this one.
It's like you just walk by us.
They're
Or,
like-
oh, there's 2.
Yeah. Both ends.
If there's more than one of you here, can you set off both devices at the same time? This one and that one?
They both work the same way. Just get close to them. We're going to try these recorders, okay? See if you want to talk to us, or if you want to tell us to get out. Whatever it is you want to tell us, these are going to allow us to hear you. Okay? I think we just jump right in for questions.
Yeah, might as well. 2 questions each?
Yeah. Come on down here, okay? We're going to ask you a couple questions.
Speaking of this red light, might be able to hear you. What was that?
What was that?
Might be able to hear you. What was that?
What was that?
Might be able to hear you. What was that?
What was that?
Oh, yo, it's pinging.
Holy shit.
Dude, we just heard that was a voice, 100%.
Yeah. Sound like guttural
Yeah.
though.
Thank you. Can you step away? Step back for a second.
Right after we said
Yeah.
we're gonna record. Okay, thank you.
We think we heard your voice. That was good. Come talk into these devices, okay? Okay.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Do you recognize either of us?
What's wrong with this mirror right here? Why do they have it covered?
Come up to this device in our hand and scream as loud as you can.
Do you know Elizabeth Stiles?
That was loud.
Yeah.
That was a loud bang. That was in that room.
Yeah.
That was in that room.
Yeah.
That was in that room.
Yeah.
As soon as we start the recorders, all noise starts.
Right.
Rampant goes off. We're gonna play these back now, okay?
Right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning.
What's wrong with the mirror, Rick? Do you recognize either of us? What's wrong with the mirror right here? One of them is covered. Come up to this
Covered?
device,
Yeah, it's covered.
You know, Elizabeth Stiles. What's wrong with the mirror right here? One of them is covered.
It's covered?
Yeah.
Do you recognize either of us? What's wrong with the mirror right here? One of them is covered. Come up to this device in our hand and scream as loud as you can. You know, Elizabeth Stiles.
Nothing after that, but it definitely sounds like it says it's covered.
Yeah, that was weird. Let's see if we got anything in this one.
Do you recognize either?
Whispering.
Do you recognize
Yeah,
either?
put that back.
Do you recognize either?
One time.
Do you recognize
Check that out. What'd you hear?
Put it back.
Do you recognize either of us?
See, I think it says it's just two of them. Play it one more time.
One time, yeah.
Do you recognize
It's like it's just the two of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you recognize either of us?
This one right here.
What's wrong with this mirror right here? One of them is covered. Come up to this device in our hand and scream as loud as you can. Do you know Elizabeth Stiles?
I don't. That sounds like it says I don't. That's weird.
Yeah.
Nothing's super clear. Like a couple.
All of a sudden, there are a lot more
Yeah,
responses.
it's a couple things on there that we could kind of make out, but nothing like definitive or like really answering our questions. I mean, it's covered.
We could try
Makes-
amplifying it, see if there's anything
Yeah.
hidden, you know. But
We're gonna do one more recording, and if you don't want to talk to us, we're gonna move somewhere else and talk to other people. So this is your chance, okay? If you want us to stay up here and you want to talk to us, now's your time. You got to answer some questions. Ready?
yep.
1,
Yep.
2, 3. Do you want us to stay up here or do you want us to go?
How were you treated during the war?
Say one of our names.
Can you say the owner of this building's name?
One, two, three. All right, let's see. Let's see if they say anything.
Oddly quiet, though.
Yeah, it's weird over here.
Too quiet.
Do you want us to stay up here or do you want us to go? How were you treated during the war? Do you want us to stay up here or do you want us to go? How were you treated during the war? Say one of our names. Can you say the owner of the building name?
Nothing too clear. Is there anything on this one?
Do you want us to stay up here?
Maybe again.
Do you want us to stay up here? Do you want us
Help.
to stay up here?
Help
them?
me? Help that? Yeah, help them. Help me.
Do you want us to stay up here or do you want us to go?
Can you step away from that for a second, please? So we gotta listen to this. We want to see if you need help. It says help me, and it goes off. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, if you need help, we'll try to help you.
Play back.
Yeah.
Do you want us to stay
Help
up
them.
here or do you want us to go? How were you treated during the war?
Put that back.
Do you want us to stay up here or do you want us to go?
Get
How were you
out.
treated? Do you want us to stay up here or do you want us to go? How were you treated during the war?
Help me. Dude, that's so clear. That just gave me chills.
Yeah.
That was so clear.
How were you treated during the war?
Help me.
Me, yeah.
Say one more name. Can you say the owner of the building name?
There's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a couple help me's though.
Yeah.
I don't get it. We'll do one more, okay? If you need our help, you gotta tell us what you need.
We got to think too. People coming here, there were soldiers who had nowhere else to go.
Yeah,
Widows.
families.
Yeah.
What do you need, okay? You gotta tell us how we can help you. We don't know how to help you right now. So we're gonna do one more. Come talk to us, okay? Tell us what you need. 1, 2, 3. How can we help you?
I'm in the Army now. Can you talk about your unit to me?
Can you tell us why you're here?
Are you upset that you're here? You feel ashamed?
1, 2, 3.
It's hard to tell if they're from the Women's Relief
Yeah,
Program or...
that's the thing with this place. There's so much history and so many different uses and people in and out over the years that we have no idea who.
It could be 100-year difference.
Right, who we're talking to, what we're talking to, why they're here. You know what I mean? Like, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How can we help you? I'm in the Army
Get
now.
out.
How can we help you?
Help me out?
Now.
I heard the out for sure.
Yeah, it's like, help me out.
How can we help you?
Yeah, help me out.
Now. Can you talk about your unit to me? Can you tell us why you're here? Are you upset that you're here? You feel ashamed?
I play it back.
Are you upset that you're here? You feel ashamed?
I literally think it goes, please help us.
Are you upset? Are you here? You okay?
You know?
You can hear the help us.
Yeah.
I don't know what that first word is though.
It literally just felt like a big gust of wind went by me. Like my sleeve moved. Oh, I hope that was on camera.
Yeah, I was pointing at you, so.
Like it literally felt like something rushed by me. It wasn't cold or anything. It wasn't like cold air. It was just air.
Like room temperature?
Yeah, like a straight, just like a gust of wind. My sleeve moved. That was weird. It literally went right there. Oh, it was super weird. Because usually it's cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a cold spot or something, but it literally just felt like somebody walked by me quick. Wasn't any colder, wasn't any hotter.
Right.
It was just air.
There's no drafts in here, so it's
No.
not like, you know.
Yeah,
I'll play this one back quick.
How can we help you?
Yikes.
Sounds like a different person.
How can we help you? I'm in the Army now. Can you talk about your unit, please? Chief of Wire is here.
That pinged.
I just pinged.
Can you grab the top of that?
And it just stops.
We're gonna finish listening to this, okay?
Are you upset? Are you here?
Play that back.
You okay?
It literally sounds like it says "help me" right before you say that.
How can we
Hold
help
it back
you?
again.
Yeah.
I'm in the Army now. Can you talk about your unit, please? Chief of Wire is here. Are you upset? Are you here? Is you okay?
Play that last part.
Are you upset? Are you here? Is you okay?
I don't know what that says.
One more time.
Are you upset? Are you here? Is you okay?
I am sorry.
Yeah, I can't make it out. Well, if you need help, come with us. We're gonna move to a different part of the building. You don't have to stay up here. Do you want to move to a different part of the building with us? You can. We're gonna go talk to other people, but you're more than welcome to join us. We'll help you any way we can all night, okay? If you need to stay with us, that's fine. We're gonna move on. All right, well, let's go to the basement.
Yeah.
See if we can interact with somebody from Marysville, see if we can interact with somebody from the Women's Relief Corps. We don't know. I mean, again, 150 years, there could be anybody down there.
Yeah.
I think we go down there, we start fresh, see if we can interact with somebody down there, whether it's intelligent or even residual activity, see if we can pick something up.
Yeah.
And just we'll
Go from there.
We'll go from there.
All right, made it to the basement of the Civil War side. So again, this is where some of the honor inmates were held. Just as we were setting up, flashlight, the Mel behind Steve, just over here in the bathroom, was going off. So that's a little freaky.
So this is where Blanche Jacobs would have been housed. She would have done some work down here. Again, she's the one that convicted of 2 murders. She brutally stabbed her landlord and his wife to death in their house.
And she seemed like apathetic about it. You know?
Yeah, she
was like,
turned
yeah.
herself in. It was guilt.
Can you turn off that flashlight for us, please?
It's right here on the ground.
Twist it the other way. Instant. Oh no.
I'm not going to put these on yet, but we have the amplifying headphones. We're going to break them out here in a minute, but it seems like they're using the other stuff.
Yeah,
so
start with that.
Just going to hang right here. Look at that.
So just to show you guys, we've got Mel over here, Mel in the bathroom obviously, flashlight just went off, another flashlight down here, music box, and the Ovilus just up here. When we were getting set up, it said legs,
We were actually touching
where our
our
microphones
legs. Yeah,
are.
we were setting our microphones up, and the receiver or the transmitters are on our legs right here. So we were both turning on our mics at the time, and it says legs.
Yeah.
Interesting. So We'll see if we can get some of this going first before we do the headphones with the amplification. Try to listen to, any footsteps, voices, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
See what we can get down here before we move all the way over to the Ohio Cottage side.
Yeah. But again, we never really investigate over here just because, I don't know, the asylum side.
You get
doesn't
sucked
work.
into that side. You get the stories, the activity that we've experienced there. We don't want to miss it, so we spend a lot of time over there, and then it's active. So you get stuck over there, and you don't spend as much time over here. I mean, upstairs was interesting.
Yeah.
It was kind of hit or miss, a little sporadic, but still some interesting stuff. Yeah. It was interesting. So I hope whoever's down here
Flashlight.
wants to continue talking to us like that and intelligently.
Yeah.
So if that's you and you can hear our voice and you want to talk to us, on the count of 3, I need you to twist that the other way so the light goes off, okay? 1, 2, 3. Please twist that and turn the light off. Again, you just twist this the other way.
It's going off again. It's
Okay, all right.
It's right on top of it.
Flashlight's off. Okay. Are you one of the prisoners from Marysville Correctional Institute? One of the honor inmates?
Are you from Apple Creek?
Are you here during the Women's Relief Corps portion of time? Are you a wife of a Civil War soldier? A nurse?
A soldier yourself? Sailor? Marine?
Are you a student from the seminary? Did you go to school here? Are you not from this building? Are you from somewhere else?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Huh. Did you follow us from somewhere? From another building?
If you came with us from somewhere else, go up to that device again in the bathroom and set it off. Let us know. If that's how you got here.
Are you just passing through? We've gotten this here before.
But not over here. It was
Not over here. Yeah, it was the asylum side.
So they're not from this building. They didn't come with us, and they're just passing through.
Can we help you get to your next spot? Or can we help you in any way?
Oh, so you offering them a ride?
They'd love a ride.
Oh, no.
That's like right on top of it.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
grabbing it. Yeah.
Can you step away from that so it stops for a second? We can ask you more questions?
It's got chills. Yikes.
And it stops.
Very
Step
intelligent.
away, please.
Step away, please. Back up. So it stops going off. We can ask you another question. Maybe they're trying to pass through, but they're stuck here. Like it's so on top of that now, right after we talked about leaving.
And it didn't answer any of those other questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd love to help you, but you have to step away, okay?
We have to be able to ask you questions to know what you need. We can't ask you questions if you don't stop doing that for a second.
It's holding it. It's just standing
That
there.
makes no sense.
No. Can you set this device over here off? The other side of the hallway? I will shit.
It's in this doorway over here. Walk around the corner.
The room with the bed's over here. Come this way. Come towards the light.
That's so bizarre.
Do you want me to walk over next to the room so you can see where I go?
Follow Dylan.
Right over here. This device right here on the floor. Can you come touch this one? It's the same exact thing. You just touch the top of it. It'll light up, make some noise.
Flashlight's on too.
Flashlight's on.
Flashlight's on.
So maybe it's like walking by.
It's pink. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Oh, did you hear
What was that?
There was a knock in the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom. Can you turn off that flashlight for me? If you just made a knock in the bathroom?
Give me mixed signals here.
If you made that noise in the bathroom that I heard, come over here to this flashlight on the ground, turn it off on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn it off.
Oh, that's going off.
The flashlight's trying. It's flickering.
It's trying?
Yeah. No, it's not. Turn them both off at the same time. Turn them both off. Step away. Can you do that? Okay, now the flashlight. All the way off. Off.
Off. That's interesting how it's localized over there, though.
I don't understand.
Yeah, because this one's not going off. Are you stuck in this area? Can you turn on that flashlight if you're stuck over
There's
here?
no reason that that should be going off.
Right.
I'm gonna put these on.
See if you can hear anything?
Yeah, see if I can get it amplified. I'm gonna put these on now, okay? These make it so I can hear you easier.
No smoke?
Yeah, can you hold that for a second?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay.
You good?
Yep. Now I should be able to hear you if you talk or if you walk around.
What?
I hate these.
Yeah, that's pretty awful, right?
Dude, that literally sounds like somebody went,
Can you come up to Steve over here and tell him something? Yep, step away from that.
come whisper something. Sounds like there's like footsteps.
Yeah.
Footsteps. I got footsteps and like mumbling.
I thought I heard mumbling.
It's distant though.
Yeah.
It's not in here.
Right.
It's definitely not in here. Is this the same person we were talking to upstairs that said they needed help? Did you come down here with us? It's okay if you did. We told you to.
It was like apprehensive.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay. So you need help. You need us to help you with something. Help you get out of here? Like you said though, passing through, but maybe they got stuck. They can't get out for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like maybe they came with somebody. And then they couldn't get out.
Yeah. The person left and they couldn't follow
Right.
for whatever reason.
So you need us to help you get out of this building and go somewhere else. Is that true?
Just delayed.
Yeah. We're going to move in a little bit to the newer part of the building, the bigger part on the other side. Have you been over there? I think that's a yes.
Yeah. It like held it.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Footsteps.
Yeah.
It literally sounds like somebody
That was loud.
just walked up to this door.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
So that's the door, guys, that goes out to the rest of the building. It literally sounds like somebody just walked up to that door. There's a staircase outside.
Yeah. Your eyes got so wide.
Dude, it's so loud on these things.
Yeah. Can you step away, please?
I just heard a female voice.
Female voice?
Yep.
From where?
Far away. Distant one again. I couldn't make out what it said, but it was definitely female.
That's got chills. Do you know who the woman is that Steve just heard?
Are you going to come with us again when we go to the other side of the building? To the Ohio cottage? Are you going to follow us over there? Again, you can. You're more than welcome to.
Something that's really interesting about Madison too, it's said that the buildings have like problems with each other, like they're kind of jealous. So when we're over in the Civil War side, the Ohio cottage side gets upset.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
If you're going to follow us over there, let us know. Set that device off on the count of 3.
One, 2, 3.
Grab it.
So weird. Do you want
Hold
someone
on.
to go into the bathroom?
Hold on. We know you're talking. We know you want to leave. You've been saying that for a while, upstairs and downstairs. If you want to come with us, we're going to go over there to the Ohio cottage side of the building, okay? We're going to just stay in the same building, but we're going to go across the hall. If you want to come with us, grab the top of that device when I get to 3, not before. When I count to 3, go ahead and grab the top of that, and you can come on over there with us, okay? 1, 2, 3. Grab the top of that if you want to follow us.
This makes sense.
So you want to stay here?
You want to stay on this side?
Are we wrong? You want to stay down here in the bathroom?
Yes.
We're talking to somebody different now?
Is this someone new?
Were we not talking to you upstairs? If this is the first time we've talked to you, set that off.
He was just passing through.
Yeah.
Who did he follow out?
Help. I haven't heard anything else on these.
No.
Nope. It was just like quick, like that. The guy's voice, the exhale, the female voice, footsteps.
That was it.
But that was,
I heard the footsteps. Those were
yeah.
loud.
But then nothing else since then. My God.
Well, that doesn't make any
It's
sense.
pinging.
Yeah. Can you do that again? Grab the top of it. Yep. Just like that. Hold it for as long as you can.
How many colors can you light up on there? Can you get it to blue? You really got to grab it.
Pick it up. Knock it over. You just whisper or something? Did you hear that?
I didn't even hear it. I have the amplified headphones on. Step away. How about this? Step away and walk down the hallway between us. Can you do that? Step out of the bathroom. Walk past us. Can you do that?
Was that you?
Can you do that?
Was that you?
Can you do that?
Was that you?
I didn't move.
That was the door.
I know. Directly behind me.
Yeah. That was loud. The door just moved? What was that?
I don't know, but my back is really cold. My back is really cold.
I just got a cold chill too.
The door doesn't even open.
Yeah, it says keep out. It's locked.
Yeah, you literally can't even get it. What was that noise? What was that then? It literally sounded like something like,
Moved it.
yeah. Like, I don't,
No, that's not even the. It doesn't make noise.
because it doesn't move. Was it a different door? What?
What other? This
It
door?
sounded like it was, maybe it was
sounded like it was
something
right
in the
here.
room. Maybe
Yeah.
it was something in the room. Great.
Cool.
At least they're locked in.
What? Yeah. Can they walk through walls?
I don't know. Well, either way, we're going to leave now. We're going to go over there. You can come with us if you want. You don't have to. You can stay here if you want to.
Totally up to you.
We're going to go to the Ohio College side and talk to them, okay? Thank you for communicating with us. You did a great job. We appreciate it. Again, if you need help getting out of here and you want to move out of the basement, you can come with us. We're going to leave now, okay? Ready? Yeah. Let's get over there. All right, guys, if you're enjoying the activity we're experiencing so far, don't forget, drop down, smash that like button. If we can get 3,000 likes on this video, we're going to do another haunted hospital somewhere in America, so hit that like button.
All right, we're in Sarah's room now. Millimeter's going off. We just set up. Again,
It's the one in the hallway, I think.
Oh, it's one in the hallway?
Yeah, I put it on a chair. It's that one out there.
Seems to be a theme here, though. Every time we set up,
The millimeter's going off, which it didn't last night, really.
right?
A couple spots. We had an investigation with some friends last night. We weren't filming or anything, and it was going off a couple spots, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Not like that.
No.
Especially not
Holding
like
it?
in the basement, yeah.
Yeah. It said that this door right here, the closet, is supposed to be like a portal. When we first started coming here in 2017. That's going crazy. When we first started coming here, they used to keep that closed. Yeah, dives, wish, lend. But they used to keep that door closed because they thought it ramped up the activity. And now they just leave it open. Scary.
Lucky us.
Lucky us.
So we're in Sarah's room. Believed to be possibly the spirit of a little girl. Depends on what you think. Some people believe it's not a little girl, something, negative, pretending to be a little girl, or maybe it's a patient that had, Alzheimer's or dementia, that their mindset was that of a younger girl, even though they're not. So we're not really sure who's in here, but she goes by Sarah. Whatever's in here goes by Sarah. So
Very responsive to that.
we'll try to interact with her. We do have the stuff up here for an Estes session. No, that's that one, I think. I literally can't tell.
Yeah.
It's this one.
This one was going off too.
So was this one though.
Both?
Yeah. They're both going off. We also have the music box out there in the hallway, which has not gone off once tonight.
No, which is really strange. That's usually one of the hot ticket items.
Yeah. Especially here.
Yeah.
I hear the train, but what was the other
Before that,
thing?
yeah. It was like woman's voice.
What was that? Did you just do it again?
I can't tell with the
don't
train.
hear it
I
now.
heard it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was scary.
It said something else too. As. That's all it says. As.
As?
Yeah. So we're gonna, try to communicate with whoever's up here first using this equipment.
Yeah.
Depending on how that goes, we'll jump into the SS session here.
Go from there.
I've never done an S session in here. So
I don't think I have either.
I'm
Every time you say Estes, it goes off.
yeah, I don't. The rampant thing's really weird tonight.
Yeah.
Can you step away from that? So it stops making that noise? All you gotta do is back up.
Yeah. Okay. Something interesting too, you guys see a lot of money and stuff around. People come in here, they leave offerings. They think that Sarah or whoever it is, likes toys, all the dolls and stuff here.
Money.
It's kind of a respect thing as well.
Yeah. They bring gifts.
Yeah.
Although if anybody ever brought me a doll that looked like that, I would be
Upset.
a little bit upset. Can you step away from that, please? We really want to ask you some questions. Thank you. Sarah, are you in here with us? If Sarah's in here, can she set off one of those devices? Turn on one of these flashlights? We just want to talk to you.
We've been here before. I'm Dylan. This is Steve. If you don't remember our names.
You can also play with this wind chime up here on the door. You can also play with this wind chime up here on the door. You can also play with this wind chime up here on the door. If you tap that, it plays music almost. It's cool. If there's anybody else on this floor We would like to talk to you as well.
Feel free to come into this room or set off any of the devices in the hallway. We'd love to talk to you and learn more about your story.
Oh, they're both going. They're both going. This one's pinging.
Pinging, yeah.
They're both going. Can you both step away?
It's pinging though.
That one's done. Can you step away from this one now?
Is this room, this closet right here, a portal? Is that true? Is this how people get in and out of this building? Hello? Oh, you got close to that one. Say above? Yeah, it said above. Walk above.
It says walk above.
Yeah.
Where are we going next?
The asylum.
Which is
Directly above us.
above us. Oh boy.
We had some wild stuff last night too.
That place and me have a history.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah. So that location is one spot that kind of changed the way I look at investigating. Things that happened up there over the years are just out of control.
It builds up.
Right. And, you know, there's things that have happened up there that have never happened anywhere else for us, for me at least.
Yeah.
And really, again, changed the way I look at investigating and how things can happen on an investigation. And for that to be, I heard that
was on the-
knock.
Was that on the mirror?
It was either on the mirror or on the dresser right there. For that to be, you know, walk above as that's where we're going next.
Yeah.
Is there somebody upstairs waiting for me? Somebody that remembers me? If there is, make a noise.
What was it? That was a voice. What was it? That was a voice. What was it? That was a voice.
Oh
It sounded like it was above us too.
my.
Can you stomp your feet?
Oh, that like made my whole body like tingly.
Yeah, literally. Stomp your feet. Make a loud noise. We heard you just a second ago.
I'm actually gonna cut these. I'm gonna cut this one off.
Okay.
I just want to be able to hear.
Noises and stuff.
If you can hear me, and there's somebody waiting upstairs for us, make a really loud noise, or talk, do something. I turned this one off, now this one pings.
Yeah.
And now this one pings, and that hadn't been doing that.
Right. It's a loud
It's a loud
noise.
noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Step away, so it stops making that noise. Step out of the closet.
Can you close this door right here? Where the device is? Where the device is? Where the device is? Love?
Did you just hear those?
No, what was it? Footsteps?
Something running.
Where did it sound like above us or like down here?
I couldn't tell. Hello? What is that?
Something like said bell?
Should we bring it out here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the chair. Yeah, it said bell. Bring it out here so we can see it.
Right. Are you running down the hallway? One thing about Madison, I feel like they try to corner you.
they lead you where they want you to be by different noises and the equipment, and they like herd you.
Yeah.
The obvious saying, walk above, and all that kind of stuff, also makes our challenge for the night a lot worse.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that yet, have we?
No. So,
One lucky person.
after we do this floor and we go up and do the asylum floor and investigate, we're going to flip our coin like we have been every week. Typically every week we've been doing each 1 hour solo. One person has something worse to do, whether it was me being handcuffed in mid-orange or blindfolded in Fort Knox. You know, bad things like this. Usually it's one and the other person has to walk around for an hour. Tonight's a little different. Loser of the coin flip tonight will be sleeping in the asylum by themselves. The other person will not be here. They're leaving completely.
We've been coming here for 5 years, and both of us still do not like the asylum.
Especially not by ourselves.
Yeah.
I've had to do a few solos there over the years, but nothing like sleeping
It doesn't get better.
No.
You don't get used to it.
sleeping up there completely alone. So
I thought I just saw a shadow poke around that corner as we're talking about going up to the asylum.
said you guys coming or what?
What is that? What is it?
Said you guys coming or what?
What is that? What is it?
Said you guys coming or what?
What is that? What is it?
I have the worst chills.
What?
Is that talking? You're literally shaking. It's turn cellar?
Turn cellar.
We just came from
In the cellar.
Did you follow us? Did you follow us? Did you follow us from the basement of the Civil War side? Make a noise if you did.
My heart didn't like that.
Yeah.
My heart didn't like that. Why am I going this way? Let's go this way.
Busty. Watch me.
Super quiet.
Yeah.
I don't even know what could make that noise.
It was metallic.
It was like metallic or like that's
I was panicked.
metallic or like glass. Was that it?
That's pretty close.
Was that it though?
It was just one. It wasn't like these swing, you know?
Yeah. So
It was just like a.
It was loud though. Like
Yeah.
Oh, that's the movie. Okay.
Oh, okay. Panic.
What was that?
It was so loud.
I don't understand.
It was like a metallic ting and then like walking directly after it.
And then there was like a voice.
Yeah.
I don't know what could have made that noise. As we're talking about again the asylum.
Yeah.
It's just us.
We're pretty far away. Yeah, I'm not setting that off. I'm standing right in front of it. So someone's following us.
Who's behind us? Because let's see. Walk
See how close we
walk
get?
directly down the middle. I want to see how close you have to be. Oh, no. That's like coming out of that room. That's like something coming out of that room.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
No.
There's something over here. My heart is very sad. That was a very loud thud.
What was that?
Can you make that noise again? That's a joke.
What?
Can you make that noise again? That's a joke.
What?
Can you make that noise again? That's a joke.
What?
How?
I actually don't like it here.
Do you want us to come down that way a little bit? Dumb idea.
He asked cautiously. Make another noise if you want us to go down there. We can talk to you.
Oh no. I don't like it here anymore.
It's scary. Really quick, guys, before we head up to the asylum, make sure you drop down below, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss the rest of the season alone.
All right, guys. We've made it to the asylum floor here in Madison Seminary. Typically one of the most active areas in the building. Definitely not our favorite spot. Always uncomfortable up here. Just some really bad things have happened over the years up here. We've had some crazy activity, some uncomfortable activity, things that make you look at the paranormal differently, things that make you not necessarily want to be up here, especially by yourself.
Yeah. So good thing one of us will be alone up here.
Right after this.
Yep.
So when we finish this, we're going to flip the coin and the loser has to sleep on a cot right over here somewhere.
That'll be really fun.
Facing the other hallway.
You're gonna have a lot of fun.
I can't wait for you to do that. It's gonna be so exciting. You're gonna have a great time. But we're gonna, try to interact up here, see who we can talk to. We have a music box in that hallway over there, along with a Mel meter. There's a Mel meter over here, a REM pod over there. We also have our DR60s, which we're gonna use. So we're just gonna kind of get into it here and see if we can get anybody to communicate with us before we go and flip the coin after.
My hands are already shaking. We haven't done anything.
It's gonna be a wild ride, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mel that I just put down there. So, funny story. Last night when we were here, we kept getting drawn into this hallway. We have a history with this hallway. I was told that I was going to get effed up by a spirit down there.
It did say that. It said, "Hey, Dylan, I'll f you up."
Yep.
I can't wait for you to sleep up here with them.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun.
They don't hate me as much as they hate you.
That guy hates me down there.
Yes.
The rest of them don't mind.
You're sleeping and facing that way.
I'm Dylan.
Get out.
Shame. Okay.
Gladly.
Can you set that off if you hate Steve more? Just touch that device. It'll light up, make noise. You're just doing it. Please.
If you remember Dylan from last night, and you remember being angry with him, can you set that device off if you remember this guy right here? The one. Have fun. How many times do you question your life choices?
Per day? A lot. We are surrounded.
That's the antenna.
It's pinging again.
Is that you?
It's pinging again.
Is that you?
It's pinging again.
Is that you?
The exhale? Inhale, exhale?
Before that,
Sure wasn't.
Did we just hear your voice? Hi.
So I think it's haunted, guys.
Okay, can you step away so it stops?
On command.
Why?
Are you still mad at me?
If you don't like Dylan, this guy, set off one of these devices on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Set one off if you don't like Dylan. Did it beep?
I heard a voice. So we're cool now? Water under the bridge? If we're fine, set off one of these devices.
Gulp.
Gulp.
Or are you just waiting for him to be up here by himself for the night? If you're going to mess with him then, set off one of the devices. Go up to him and touch it. Let us know. I wish I felt bad. Thank you. Can you step away so it stops?
That's really something.
I have like a little bit of pain for you, but...
Oh, the idler said something too. I didn't even hear that.
True. Good thing you're in the Army.
Oh, good. Oh no. Do you like that I'm in the Army? Can you set this one off? If that's the case, step away from that one. Yep.
Can you step in front of this device? See that? It lights up.
Kind of plays music sometimes.
If you didn't break it, it would.
Yes.
So you used to have a problem with me, or you used to affect me more up here. Is that lady not here anymore? Is she gone? Do you remember me? Do you recognize me? If you do, make a noise or set off one of the devices if you recognize me.
Did you hear that? What was that?
If you recognize me.
Did you hear that? What was that?
If you recognize me.
Did you hear that? What was that?
It was a footstep, but I don't know if it was from over there. That's over there. That is 100% over there.
Is that scratching? Is that scratching on the wall?
I hope not.
My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. Someone's here.
Did you just feel that footstep?
Yeah, right here, literally right here.
There. Get out.
Sad face.
Made me sweat there for a second.
Yeah, I'm already sweating. And Dylan, so.
Do you want to talk to us? You have something you want to say? Okay. We'll take out our recorders and you can talk to us. You just got to step away from that so we can use them, okay? Step back and we'll use these and you can talk to us. Thank you.
Yikes.
Do we just do one without questions, right?
Yeah, I think it's best bet.
Okay, so we're going to let you talk.
Say whatever you want.
We're not going to talk at all. We're going to start these, come right up, talk into them, speak as loudly and as clearly as you can. Okay? 1, 2, 3. One, two, three.
Oh, panic.
It's no.
Yeah. I say run at the end?
I'm gonna play it again.
Yeah.
Is that something at the beginning? Listen.
Yeah.
Help me? Again?
Sounds like. That's awfully loud.
I stopped it.
Yeah.
Can you step away for a second, please? Just back up a little bit. We're going to talk to you in 2 seconds. We're just trying to listen right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, right before I say something.
Run.
And
Something
then
run.
And then that one goes off.
It's going back and forth. I wonder if it's two different people.
Hopefully not. Oh. They're both going. Can you step away from that one now too? The one to my right? Step away.
The one in the asylum. Yep, thank you.
Let's listen to yours.
I don't know if I want to.
Well,
Oh, well, ready?
what did I say?
I talked over it. It's like vocal. It sounds like it says, get the F out of here right now. And then it either, I don't know what it says after that. Then it sounds like it says, get the F out. Listen. I don't know what the beginning is.
Did something just knock on that door? Oh.
Yeah.
Why are you the way that you are? Why are you the way that you are? Why are you the way that you are?
Was that the door again?
No, did you hear the like voice?
No. What sound like?
I don't, maybe it was I don't know, maybe I didn't, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's ask some questions.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Good idea. 1, 2, 3. If there's somebody up here with us right now, can you say our names?
Who do you want to stay up here alone?
What's going to happen if somebody sleeps up here alone?
How can we help you?
One, two, three. Okay.
Mine recorded for 35 seconds.
I got 25. So here we go.
That's good.
If there's somebody up here with us right now,
Every time we go to listen back. Can you step away, please? Are you hiding?
They're both
What's going on? One's pinging. Why do they love the mouse so much? That is so wild.
Can you step away from this one to my right? Back off for a second.
Thank you.
Why?
They love the mouse. Footstep?
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Right next to the mouse.
Very loud.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note,
Anyway.
let's see what they had to say.
say our name. Who do you want to stay up here alone? What's going to happen if somebody sleeps up here alone? How can we help you?
It's far away.
Yeah, it's not really clear.
All right. Let's see.
If there's somebody up here with us right now, can you say our name? Who do you want to stay up here alone?
Get out.
Get out, big time.
Somebody up here with us right
Says,
now.
just get out.
Can you say our name?
It literally goes, hey, just get out. Play that whole thing back. It goes, hey,
Somebody up here with
just
us
get
right
out.
now. Can you say our name? Who do you want to stay up here alone?
Get out.
One more time.
Can you say our name? Who do you want to stay up here alone?
Get out of here.
What's going to happen if somebody sleeps up here alone?
If you do something, if you
Play
do
that
that.
back.
What's going to happen if somebody sleeps up here alone?
Literally, play back. Murder if you do. Swear to God, listen to that first word. I swear to you. If you do. can't.
Just get out.
Just get out of here.
I'm playing back.
How can we help you?
I got the worst chills listening.
They don't want us here.
That's so bad. Step away, please. We're almost done listening to this.
We'll talk to you again in 2 seconds.
Thank you.
Well, whoever it is very clearly angry that we're up here. They do not want us up here.
Yeah.
And one of us has to sleep up here by themselves.
That'll be really fun for you. All right, last little bit.
Just get
Okay, yeah, I'll back it up.
How can we help you?
As long as it says like, just get out of here, okay?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like, because a couple of the just get outs, like just get out of here, okay, or hey, just get out.
It's like pleading,
Right, that doesn't sound
threatening.
but the other one, murder if you
Murder if you do.
Right,
Yeah.
so like, is there 2 people?
One's trying to warn us and the other one's
Right.
like, you know.
Yeah. You want to step down in here a little bit?
Yeah. Walk down. We should go down near the Mel.
Yeah.
Because that's where.
Watch the room. Or the music box.
Another one of the rumors from here is there was a surgeon who worked out of that room right there, and he did a lot of not so nice things to his patients.
Yeah, I mean, up here too, it was so out of sight, out of mind, not really checked. That wall looks like a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You close it and you can't
a
even
fake
tell.
door,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can't even tell it's a door. So who knows what they were doing back here to these people? I mean, these rooms are small, they're oddly shaped. Like, it's just a weird area to be in. So
Yeah.
let's go with that line of questioning. We'll ask him some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Are you trying to protect us by telling us to get out of here?
Who did I see in the blue room yesterday?
Who wants to hurt us? One, two, three. Who wants to hurt us? And that pings.
Yeah. Let's listen back, I guess.
Are you trying to protect us by telling us to get out of here?
I am.
Are you trying to protect us
I am something.
by telling us to get out of here? Who did I see in the blue room yesterday? Who wants to hurt us?
Yeah, that's it.
I am something.
It's cut off.
Oh my god.
Holy no.
Oh my god.
That's like someone.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. We step back into here and it's like someone followed us.
It's literally just. It let us out here. And then that's going off. Can you step out of the middle of the hall? Step out of the middle of the hall so that stops for a second.
It's like it followed us out to make sure that we were leaving. What if we walk back in there? Listen back to this first.
Yeah.
Are you trying to protect us by telling us to get out of here?
What?
Are you trying to protect us by telling us to get out of here? Who did I see in the blue room yesterday? Who wants to hurt us?
Nothing too clear.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Again, though, it's like psychological. It
Right.
leads you where it wants, you know?
You get hurted. Can you make a noise for us? knock on a wall, slam a door, move a wheelchair. That'll work.
That'll do.
Now that one's pinging. Now that one's pinging. I swear if we go in here now.
Yeah, try to, let's see if it follows us.
See, stops.
Stops.
It gets us in here and it stops.
Is this the surgeon leading us around? Trying to maintain your power that you had over this building? This wing?
You're not in control anymore.
Now we're far enough away to where the music box goes off.
Yeah,
It's not us.
Well, whoever's up here is very clearly talkative.
Very excited to have you up here.
Using millimeter,
Yeah. Everything, pretty much. Music box.
music box, voice recorders. I think it's
We're gonna
time.
have a really fun time up
I
here.
think it's time. Coin flip time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go downstairs, flip the coin, build the cot for whoever loses, and then the lucky winner gets to go to a nice comfy hotel till the sun comes up. Because we gotta go on the road again tomorrow. So not sleeping in, but they get to go sleep in a hotel until the sun comes up at least.
A little more comfortable than this, right?
A little bit.
A little bit.
So I think it is time for coin flip. And somebody to be alone. Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Coin flip time.
This is gonna be really fun for you.
So it is your turn to flip the coin. You get to call it and flip the coin.
That's really exciting.
So the fate is 100% in your hands. So if you end up there, you can't blame me.
Well, I can, but
If I end up there, I hit you in my car. So
simple trade.
nickel, heads, tails,
My hands are shaking. Just want you to know.
flip it in the air, let it hit the ground, call it before you flip it. Losers sleeping in a cot in the asylum where we just were.
This is literally the worst fate ever.
This is gonna be the worst one.
By far.
This has gotta be the worst one. I mean, everything we've done so far hasn't been this bad. And all we have left is the homestead. And I mean, I don't know what can get much worse than sleeping in the asylum of Madison Seminary by yourself.
Yeah. My heart is beating out of my chest right now.
What's your call?
Heads.
Calling heads.
Yep.
Final answer?
Final answer. Locking it in.
Good luck.
Oh. Oh well.
It's tails.
That's really too bad.
Oh my god.
That's really a shame.
That's gonna be a long nap up there, my friend.
Yeah, that's really too
A
bad.
long nap.
That's really a shame.
Are you ready?
No.
Let's go put your cot up there.
That sounds fun.
We'll have the camera set up facing you, and then you'll keep one in your hand, and we'll go from there.
Are you sure it's tails?
Yep. Really was.
That's really too bad.
Ready? Let's do it. Are you ready?
No.
I'm gonna go take my car keys, get in my car. I'm gonna go to a nice, comfortable hotel.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
You have a great night's sleep. I'll see you in a few hours. The sun's gonna be up in a little while. I'll come back and
Who's
pick
walking in
you.
the
I don't know,
hallway?
but I heard it. Good footsteps there.
Good footsteps.
Yeah. So I'll come back in a few hours when the sun's up. I'm gonna go get a couple hours sleep,
Yeah.
and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah.
At least it's just the asylum at Madison Seminary.
Yeah, they just said they're gonna mess me up. No big deal.
Have fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know,
Do you want to lock this behind you?
yeah, I mean, that'll help, right?
There you go. It's locked.
Nice. Loathe. Huh. Cool. All right. Took my time going up the stairs, but here we are. I guess I'll start with the DR60. Literally just got here, homie. Please chill. Please chill. I'm sweating. I don't know if it's from fear or from... Yeah, all right. I'm not scared. What? Cool. DR60, here we go. I'll turn the light off. I'll risk my life. DR60. I have the recorder in my hand again. I'm up here alone. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was a loud footstep. I'm gonna use this recorder. I just want you to say whatever you want to say. Okay? I'm not gonna ask any questions. Just talk. Here, can't even see down the hallway. Oh, I kind of can. There we go. All right. So come talk to this little red light. Floor is yours. I'm gonna have to cut it there. I don't know if you guys heard that. It sounded like someone dragged their foot down there. Same noises we were hearing up here earlier. Not a big fan, I'll be honest. Let's see what it said. All right, hold on. Right off the bat, it sounds like it says, "It's just him." That's really endearing. That's really, you know? Huh. Play that back one more time. That's what I went off. I'm gonna listen to that one more time. It sounds like it says, "It's just him." I couldn't make out the rest. I don't know. Yeah, I'll play it back one more time. Yeah, I can't, I don't know. Look at my handshake, jeez. Yeah, I can't make it out. So, I don't know. Get a little comfortable here. That is the worst view I could ask for. Yikes. I don't know if it's gonna mess with this camera. I apologize, future Steve, if that's the case. Yikes. That's the one down there. Can you shut that off? Step away. Thank you. Do you want me to use this recorder again? I don't like it here. Tonight has been terrifying and I can't believe I lost. That's really too bad. All right. I'm going to use this recorder again. You didn't really give me an answer. Probably because you don't want me to do it, but... All right, here we go. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? Oh, yikes. All right, 3, 2, 1. Can you say my name? Why are you here? All right, I was gonna ask a few more, but there's a really loud bang over here. That was the cot. All right, let's see.
Can you say my name?
What?
Can you say my name? Can you say my name?
I just said my full name. Ain't no way. Did I just say Dylan Stevens? Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Hold on.
Can you say my name? Why are you here?
Play that back.
Why are you here?
Really lovely noises in the stairwell. I decided to leave the door open because I figured that's better than, I don't know. Yep, see, they agree. Huh, thanks. Oh my God. Oh man, that sucks. That really sucks. Should I try to get some sleep? I don't even know. Is it worth it? You know? One more session, a couple more questions, and try to get some sleep, I guess. Yeah. All right, cool. 3, 2, 1. Do you not like me? Are you happy that it's me up here alone? What's this building called? What's its name? What's the surgeon's name? Can you tell me? Sound like there's walking. I can't tell if it's the stairwell or if it's this hallway right here. But yeah, like we were talking about, these are, I'll turn on the light quick. These are like fake doors. I'll turn on the light quick. These are like fake doors. I'll turn on the light quick. These are like fake doors. You know? Once you close them, it looks like the wall is just, a wall. There's no door there. So who knows what went on behind that wall? Good things to think about, right? All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. On, there we go. All right, here we go.
Do you not like me?
Good, right off the bat.
Do you not like me? Are you happy that it's me up here alone?
Say get out.
Do you not like me? Are you happy that it's me up here alone? Are you happy that it's me up here alone?
Can't tell.
What's this building called? What's its name?
Okay, first of all, I think that just said Madison. Second of all, that just pinged. Same stuff though. Right before we got to the question about the surgeon. Dude. Why do they like the Mel so much here? That is so wild to me. That used to never go off. Alright, let's see.
What's this building called? What's its name? What's the surgeon's name? Can you tell me?
I want to play it back one more time. I couldn't tell. Hold on.
Do you not like me? Are you happy that it's me up here alone? What's this building called? What's its name? What's the surgeon's name? Can you tell me?
It was, I want to say it's either Rodney or help me. But then it's like either get the F and then it's cut off or shut the F. That sucks. That really sucks. Last session. I'm gonna see if they can say goodnight. All right. 3, 2, 1. Can you say goodnight? Can you say alone? All right, last one, and then you try to get some sleep. See how that goes.
Can you say goodnight?
Good night, right there.
Can you say goodnight?
That's a lot. Good night. No way. I swear that was just a giggle. No way. I swear that was just a giggle. No way. I swear that was just a giggle. There was like a little girl's giggle. I really hope that just picked it up. Oh, I have the worst chills right now. Oh my God, what was that? Hello? That was so loud. Oh my God, I have the worst chills. I hate it here. Wow. Just kidding, I love it. Oh, that makes me sick. Oh my God. I need a second. Movement in the staircase again. It's like going around. It started over here. It's like, what is that? Can't really see over there, but all right. I'm trying to play that back again. I'm like stuttering. That was so awful. I don't know what that was. All right. Jesus.
Can you say goodnight?
Good night, go to sleep, something? It sounds like it says good night, go to sleep.
Can you say goodnight?
I can't, it's like good night, go to sleep.
Can you say goodnight? Can you say alone?
Nothing really clear on that last one. Yeah, it's pretty awful up here. I guess I'll just try to get some sleep. They haven't, oh, that was my cot. I about died. Yo! You just scared the dookie out of me. Oh my God. We made it.
We made it. That is officially a wrap on episode 7 of Alone. Madison Seminary, again, lives up to the hype.
Yeah, we've been coming here for 6 years. This place still scares us. It's just, psychologically, this place is different.
It's very demanding.
Yeah.
They're relentless here. They're intelligent. They like to scare you. They like to mess with your mind. They do things that just freak you out. So it's one of those locations that's really fun to investigate because we get a lot of good stuff, but you really have to control your mind and your thoughts when you're in here so you don't freak yourself out with what you're experiencing.
Especially when you're alone.
You did. You survived it.
Barely.
You didn't sleep, I don't think, but you tried.
I did my best, yeah. Can't wait for you to see what was going on up there.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, you did it, you survived, you did one of the worst possible challenges we could have done
I'd say so.
for Alone, sleeping by yourself in Madison Seminary and up in the Asylum. But we do have one more episode left, guys. Episode 8, season finale of Alone, Saratoga County Homestead. Take a look at what's coming next week.